All right, it is Wednesday. It is time for a Sip It or Skip It episode. My name is Peter Fasciano. This is Whiskey as a Journey. If you're not familiar with this episode, I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. I'm going to spin the wheel, whatever it selects. I'm going to pull it off the shelf and do a quick review. Let you know if I'm going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and replace it because I like it, or once the bottle's gone, if I don't like it, I'm going to skip buying it and move on to something else. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel, see what we're doing today. All right, I always get nervous every time this thing lands on something. So, Glenmorangie, 10. Let me go and grab the bottle, pour it, give it a review. All right, Glenmorangie, 10. This was actually probably one of my very first scotches that I ever purchased. My brother-in-law and I, probably about 3 months or 4 months into our journey, had like a little blind tasting, and this one won. So it's been a while since I've had it, and as you can tell, it is almost gone. So this is going to be a very pertinent sip or skip. Smells pretty sweet, smells pretty malty. So let's get this thing on the nose, let you know what I think of it. Yeah, this is a burst of orchard fruit. It's vanilla forward, and it's very citrusy, appley, peach, pear. Very fruity, very crisp, very light. And I do remember liking this quite a bit just because it was such a, I don't want to say simple, but at the time we thought this was the most flavorful. It was an easy sipper. It went down really nice and it didn't blow our palates out. And we really started to enjoy those light, crispy, fruity, refreshing flavors that were coming out of the bottle. Yeah, it's bringing me back memories. And I haven't really been in the whiskey world all that long. I think I'm coming up on my 3-year anniversary May 1st. So when I say it brings back memories, not old memories, but relatively new. And this brings me back to like our very early days of sipping whiskey. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this thing on the palate. Yeah, very light, very fruity, vanilla, malty, low amounts of spice, low on the ABV. Got to remind myself here, 43%. And at the time that I bought this, it was $34.99. And I'm pretty sure they have rearranged their lineup. I don't know if they're still offering the 10 or not. I haven't really been paying attention much other than I do know they reworked their lineup recently. If you are a fan of it, let me know what you think. Which one is your favorite bottle? I have some of their special releases, and I think they're doing a pretty good job with those. All right, the longer this is sitting, I still have a good finish happening. Very sweet. Now the oak is kind of sitting in. There is a touch of spice that is lingering around. So I would say medium to long. And yeah, all around is just a very clean, crisp, light, fruity, vanilla, oaky scotch. So let's go ahead and get that second sip in, see if there's anything changing, see if it develops into anything, verify some of the things that I already got, and move on to whether this is a sip or a skip. This is along the lines of a Glenfiddich, Glenlivet, and they're all, for a lack of a better word, a very basic introductory line for Scotch. I think they all have something in common. They're very fruit forward, they're light, they're crisp, and as refreshing as a Scotch can be, I think all of those hit the same kind of flavor profile. Nothing wild is happening on the palate. It is just a straightforward light fruit, pineapple, peach, grapey, malty, light, easy sipping Scotch. So based on what I have had with bottles that are like this, even though this does have a little bit of a nostalgia feeling for me, as far as a sip or a skip goes, I think I enjoy the Glenlivet and the Glenfiddich maybe a little bit more. So to me, this one is going to be a skip. Once this is gone, I'm not going to replace it. And I'm not saying that it's a bad bottle. I mean, it's enjoyable, but I think I enjoy the other ones a little bit more. And you can only have so many introductory scotches that are low in age on the shelf. And to me, this one's just going to miss out on the repurchase. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. As far as an introductory Scotch goes, between 10 and 12 years old, which one would you go to over this, or is this the one that you reach for? So that's where I'm going to leave it today. Wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it. Till the next time, talk to everybody later. Bye.